Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Living Shadow Tarot. How bees ya? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing swell. Oh, this is going to be a dream reading. So I do apologize if you guys are waiting on this next one. I had a Scorpio one and it was so long. I was talking about manifesting with Mars and everything and your thoughts and it was a whole long. I couldn't even. It was like over an hour. It was an over an hour reading. I'm like, I don't. That's long even for me. And I know I do these ones kind of long, but oh my goodness, it was crazy. It's like I have to be like in a mood to do dream readings. I really have to be in like a mood to do the dream ones. Like I love them, but it's a thing. Now, just so you are aware, I do read from the book for these. Also, just so you're aware, this is not necessarily for a Scorpio Sun placement. The only readings I have, let's see, I have cuspy readings that are like more specifically for a Sun placement, and I have Lilith readings which are for the Lilith placement. But these are for whichever other placement you have that you need. You know, if you're experiencing things, that's what I'm talking about here. You have any Scorpio placement, then it'll work. It should apply. Oh, okay. Oh, this is coming out a little bit similar to the last one, but not too bad. We got the deer and the elephant so far. The elephant, I know, is all about charging through. I knew we were going to get two. Ooh, and the gazelle. Okay. And the sea serpent. Yeah, this is definitely a better one. If we're getting the sea serpent here. Let me go to the deer, or excuse me, the deer first. We got two fire cards here. A fire, an earth, and a spirit card. You know what's weird? I really rarely ever get spirit cards in here, which I do love them. They're the best ones to get. Here's the deer. Loving, intuitive, graceful, the mother. The deer represents the feminine aspects of earth energy. This energy is available to all creatures, regardless of gender, but especially potent in new parents. During the first few days, they are fully present, nurturing, and calm. The inner beauty radiates and a sense of grace calms the room. A deer personality affects others in this way, drawing them toward a quiet tenderness. The deer card may appear when a birth or a celebration of new life draws near, or when a situation for absolute gentleness and compassion. So you may be going against something where it's like you got to approach it in a way that's sweet and loving and nurturing and understanding, motherly in that sense. So here we go, the elephant. The elephant, excuse me, blah 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 blah. It's a morning time here, people. Okay. It's daylight savings time. Really got to be. I see all this other stuff coming. I didn't see that. I did not know about daylight savings was this week. I thought that was next month. I don't even know why. Unstoppable, auspicious, and wise. The elephant is arguably the most auspicious figure in the deck. Like Ganesh, the elephant represents immense wisdom as well as good fortune. It is said that the great elephant is the destroyer of obstacles. So if this card appears when you feel stuck, rest assured the path will soon become clear. To add to the mystery, the elephant is also known to create obstacles in order to steer us in the right direction. Trust this gentle, noble creature. It illustrates the way with the light of self-knowledge. Now, this to me is reminiscent of the chariot, in that when it pushes you through something, right, it may not be what you think it should be, or like the way you think it should go, but you're getting carried in a certain direction, right? And these obstacles present a way for you to get into that particular direction, so you can see those particular things along that particular path. You know, like it's like if you're driving down the street and the road's closed and you gotta make a detour, you gotta go this way. But if since you made this detour, you saw this brand new store over here that you never knew about, and you want to go in there or whatever, it's like that type of thing where it's like you may not think this is like on purpose, but this is on purpose. We got the sea serpent, healing emotional wounds, expressing desires. The sea serpent represents the energy of expression, whether it's emotions, creativity, sensuality, or desire. The sea serpent helps us move and direct our energy into a wealthy current. When the essence of this card is in balance, we express ourselves creatively and sexually, without fear or shame. We know what we desire most, our hearts are at ease, and our relationships are meaningful and enduring. We loosen the grip of self-judgment, and we let the cool waters of forgiveness in to heal our wounds. When the energy of the sea serpent is not yet activated, our emotions and creativity are left in the muddy waters. The current of expression stagnates in some areas of our lives, and in other places it floods. It's important to remember, no matter what the waters of our emotional lives look like, the sea serpent loves us just the same. Like a mother, she wraps herself around us in a gesture of protection, supports us as we learn to express our true natures. So this is your sacral chakra, the water chakra. Now I do believe that came up in the other one I did, that was the long one. But essentially that's your intuition, right? It's like your intuition is getting upgraded and you have to trust it, because as they come through and align all of our chakras and work with all of our chakras spiritually, we get different things coming up here, okay? Yeah, this is the one that's the belly button one. This is the one that's underneath your belly button. It is the water element. You do want to collect with the water element. It's also your kundalini. If you have looked anything into kundalini, I've done like things to strengthen it. I haven't looked into it completely, but I do believe it is tied to the shadow side as well with your kundalini. So take it for those who will. If you need some more research, you may want to look some things up about your kundalini. You may have kundalini activation happening right now. Heightened awareness, ability, and vulnerable with the gazelle. The gazelle represents supreme grace. With every move, this awe-inspiring beauty emits sophistication and elegance. Gazelle personalities are often hyper-aware of their surroundings, bordering on hyper-vigilant. This can inhibit them, from enjoying the beauty they've spent so much effort cultivating. No more worried about all those predators out there in the wild. When this card appeals, it's time to get back to the present moment. Sit down, find your breath, acknowledge the bounty that surrounds you. Let it nourish your gentle spirit. So this is about taking stock, right? And just, being grateful. Being grateful. If you don't know, I do have another page called Shadow Subliminals, in which I have some subliminal messaging videos, or great visuals to watch too. But, especially the last ones. The first ones, I was more focused on the audio and not so much the visuals, so I'm just going to tell you that right there. But the last ones I've been really focused on the visual. So I would say Oceans of Gratitude for that, because that will, especially like if you listen to these while you're sleeping, right? Because it really helps penetrate your mind to get your mind to think about life in a more positive way. Oceans of Gratitude, being more grateful for what it is that you have, all the lessons you've learned, everything, every experience you've been through, everything like that. Just be grateful for it so that you can, accept that you've been through that and you've learned the lesson from it as well. Because there's lots of stuff about reclaiming and learning the lessons that you've learned from that as well. Now, if you are wondering, well, I'm on this little marketing term as we switch to the tarot. This Virgo shirt is actually on sale in my shop. If you click the link in the description below to the Shadow site. I don't even know if it says Shadow site or Shadow shop. I gotta look at that. But it's thelivingshadow.me. Thelivingshadow.me. Okay. The shirts are now 50% off if you use the code SHADOWSHIRT at checkout. So, if you use Shadow Shirt at checkout, you can get a shirt for 50% off. Okay, that's a cute little Virgo one I'm rocking. Virgo one I'm rocking. Wow. Wow. This looks like it's going to be similar to that last reading. So, these dreams ain't changed. Fix it, Jesus. Oh, Lord. These dreams ain't changed. This is going to be hilarious. I'm sorry, y'all. It's only 3 cards in. It's already for. I'm nosing now. This that woke me up. Okay, I was calm and cool for the first part. Mm-hmm. 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 Wow. 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 Okay, let's get into it. So, we have the Four of Swords in reverse. So, walking around, you're walking around not taking care of yourself, and you're not speaking up about it. You are hiding. See, and this is that lamb, right? Now, the lamb in these spirit cards is prophetic, but you don't have access to that if you're not focused on being your best version of yourself. If you're focused on not healing, if you're focused on hurting, if you're focused on not taking time out for yourself, that connection, you feel it because this is how you are in the waking walking world. In the waking walking world, you're giving too much of yourself. Too much of yourself. Now, oh my goodness. Okay, y'all, I see every little sparkle thing. I can't even. Okay. Okay. Whew. Let me get some water. Hold on. This last one, huh? I'm gonna need some water and some chaotic cleanse. Hold on. I need both of these. We got this Emperor in reverse for your dream world here. Mm-hmm. Out here running amok. Woo, woo. Cleanse the chaos out of your life. For real. That's also at my shop. Okay. Out here running amok. Okay, because the Emperor is a make or break energy. Right? Okay. So if you embody it the right way, it's really a beautiful energy. But again, this is Mars. In the sense that, so what I was talking about for the last reading was that Scorpio is ruled by Mars. Mars is inertia, basically. It keeps going and going and going and going and going and going and going. So the way to effectively work with Mars is to effectively control the direction in which you're going, right? You control that direction by your thoughts. If you have negative thoughts, the Mars inertia will just keep going negative, 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 negative. So you got to have positive thoughts. So it will keep going positive, positive, and you just keep going up. It's a thing. It's definitely a thing. And I'm telling you right now, we don't have any ties to the ground, or we have less ties to the ground than we had before. Less ties to the ground, less ties to depression, less ties to addictions, less ties to all of these different things. So if you're thinking in the old mindset of even a year ago, where you can be held down in the same way before the Saturn-Jupiter shift, you can't. You can't be held down the same way. You have to be it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Doing things the same old way is not going to work. You have to embrace the new, whatever that means for you. Okay? You have to embrace the new, whatever that means for you. And you have to have that thought process of, okay, so this is a whole new world, and I don't fully understand this world, but I understand I gotta do this, 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 and this, so we can move forward, right? Now, emotionally, in your waking world, we're at death. This is transformation. But this, again, with these two energies like this was bound to come. So now you walking through your everyday life, slowly seeing everything different, because it's slowly transforming, right? And it's one of those things where if you're not resting and healing and giving yourself the proper time to allow the transformation to happen, that's why we talking about this bath box so dang much, okay? Look, y'all getting all the products apparently, because y'all need everything up in the stove. Just got everything up in the stove. Just go get the assassination. Do I have that live yet? The assassination? Oh, 12:21 on the clock. The assassination bath set. If it's not, I'm gonna have it go live. Okay? Because that has everything up in the store, basically. All the candles, the bath box, and a fresh bottle of chaotic cleanse, okay? Because this bath box has everything you need to wash away the old you. And with this death card, that's like what you need to do. Okay, wash away the old you. That's like what it needs to do. Okay, because it's just killing you slowly. Really. And I'm getting that this could be something that's been held back for so long, that this is not just spiritually. It's also could be starting to affect you physically. That's what I got. They'll be saying I did nothing because I ain't did nothing to you. I'm just reporting the news. You got all these major arcana and you out here ignoring, trying to ignore shit. Then that's on you. Do not be trying to come after me. But subscribe to the channel, because if you want the real, I'm gonna tell you the real, because that's what it is. Okay, the real. Okay, subscribe on here because you can get the real. Because I ain't sugarcoating. You know, if y'all out here resisting a change, and you're the sign of change, trying to resist the change, it ain't finna go well, honey. It ain't finna go well. I'll tell you that right now. I'm a Scorpio myself. That's why I be trying to tell you. I understand. It ain't finna go well. You trying to resist the change. It ain't finna go well. You know, just because we always talk about how when something happens to us, people get hit. Don't mean you can't get hit either. I'm just saying. We got the strength in reverse. Okay, so this is your emotions in your sleep. You don't feel like you have the strength to become this emperor in your dreams, because these are both the cards that came out in your dreams, right? You don't feel like you have the strength to transform in your dreams, and it's like, okay, so it's like you feel like you don't have the strength to transform in your dreams, which in turn gives you anxiety, which in turn gives you like a panic attack. Was this the Capricorn Aquarius? It was some like it was a cusp reading I just did where someone was like nervous and my leg was shaking. It's like you feel like you can't become this for whatever reason. You feel like you don't have the ability, the talent, or you don't have the willpower. I don't know what I mean. You would know better than me exactly what the thing up in you is, but you're also actively choosing to not heal it, though, is the problem, right? You're actively choosing to not heal it. It feels like with this Four of Swords in reverse. So you may feel, okay, so maybe you don't feel like you're a divine being, or you have a divine connection, or you have this power, but you choose to actively not tap into it. So then you wonder, like, oh, well, I don't think I can do it, blah, 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 blah. But then when the opportunity presents itself, it's like, oh, you refuse to tap into it. But do you expect to get it? Because I don't think you understand. Like, if you're not gonna put in the work, don't expect to get it. That's just how the universe works. I'm trying to tell you, with that Mars, you have to like just you keep going and you'll get it. Okay, it doesn't matter. Just keep going and you'll get it. It's like any other thing that's going on. You know, if you work at a job, you know, you didn't know everything about the job on the first day you showed up, but over time you learned stuff and you knew, like, figured out your own, like, it's like that. That's just how life is. That's life. You know what I'm saying? And maybe you don't have the deeper understanding of life, that's what life is, that we have to change and grow and adapt. You don't stay 2 years old for 200 years. It's like you at the year 200, you're 200. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you've been, I would hope you have been through something and not just sat there letting your life pass you by. Although the heater back there just went off. So maybe that's, you were just sitting there your whole life. Okay. Even if it wasn't the venture that you thought it was going to be, you still, you know, it still did stuff. Okay? This one might be a long reading too. Where the hell we at? What is this, 20 minutes? This ain't bad. It's about my usual. I don't know, Scorpio. Y'all had going through some things. Okay, we got the Hierophant for your foundation. Now this is way better than the other one, because the other one was the Knight of Wands. I had a whole long reading about that one. TMHOT. That man over there, okay? I had a whole rant about that one. So, that one I'm probably gonna put that one on the archive, because that was a good reading. It just, you know, I had a whole thing going on over there. It's Hierophant. Okay. Your foundation is very, very spiritual. You have a spiritual foundation here. with this key, with this crow, with this lightning. Okay, now this I know is me too for this one. A very spiritual foundation, a very long-lasting spiritual foundation, a very deep spiritual connection. Okay, but you're not relying on it right now, which is the problem, because it's literally the thing you're trying to get causes you to rely on this, and for whatever reason you're feeling like you can't rely on it right now. I don't know why, because that's literally, I mean, you have to. Oh, I didn't expect to get all these. Okay. So we got the Eight of Wands, the High Priestess, going towards your intuition. Okay. And we got the Nine of Pentacles and the King of Cups here. And this did come out like this. There we go. So someone is actively working, not really head over heart, but money over man, I'll tell you that. Someone's in their bag, basically. Right? Yeah, follow your intuition. I'm also getting emotional control here as well. Something with emotional control. You may not be in emotional control, or you may not feel like you have emotional control. Well, Mercury is in Pisces, so we are going to be re-examining our emotions and being more conscious and aware of our emotions and the things that are going on around us and the different feelings that are going on around us. So yeah, definitely you want to not try to ignore these things at this particular time in your life. And we got the Four of Wands here in reverse for the outcome here. So it's like you're blocking yourself from seeing yourself be happy. Do you not want to be happy? Are you actively choosing to not be happy? What is this? We got this butterfly here, which is also a transformation card. So it's like you walked down the path, right? And there's a fork in the road. And the fork in the road said you can be happy for the rest of your life and do this, and this, right? You have to go by the way of the elephant, get in touch with your intuition, do this, and this. Or you can be miserable for the rest of your life and go this, and this. And you're like debating. And it's like, how do you debate either being happy for the rest of your life or depressed for the rest of your life? But that's really what I'm getting here. Like, do I really want to be happy for the rest of my life? I mean, it sounds good, but I have to do things. Like, oh my God, I hope you, are you a teenager? Anybody? I don't know. No shade, I'm just saying, because I remember feeling like when I was a teenager, but like, now it's like, okay, well, if someone's promising me happiness, I'm going to the happy. I don't know about y'all. Okay, I don't know about y'all. I'm trying to get to the happy. When you're getting check after check. direct. Check after check. Coming to me direct. Okay, uh-oh. I told you I have to be in a dream reading aura. Okay. So we got the vessel here. Ooh, I like this so far. Are you going to open yourself and allow yourself to be the vessel for your spirits here? I mean, spirituality is the new gold, basically. Okay. you trying to avoid it because you still want to. Maybe that's what it is. You still want to believe that gold is still the old gold. You know how like gold used to be like the most valuable thing, and everybody's like, oh, go get some gold. Like gold ain't the thing no more. That's changed in the whole year. I would hope from COVID and all this other mess, the world is starting to realize that is not the big deal. That's not the big thing. Okay, the big thing is how you feel on the inside, right? So, and with this vessel, it's like, are you opening yourself to believe that? Because if you want to believe that the old, like, old gold is the way to go about things and be materialistic and whatever else, then that's fine. But don't expect to get the spiritual abundance from a material mindset. Ooh, I like that. Don't expect to get the spiritual abundance from a material mindset. I'm going to have to say that, but I want to thank you, Spirit. Don't expect to get the spiritual abundance from a material mindset. Don't expect it. It don't come to that. You got to have a spiritual mindset to get the spiritual abundance. The abundance that was talked about by Spirit. Amen. Okay. So just give me one more. Oh, carols. And the empty room. I do read from the book from these ones as well, just so you know. To close off the reading. Ooh, and the seed. Hopefully not the seed of Chucky. We don't need that in these dreams. It's just a joke. It's just a joke. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. It's just a joke. Where is it? Have you been dreaming of Chucky? Carrying that knife. I was trying to do it with the book and it was not cooperating. The body, the container, the cup. The vessel may be the most powerful archetype form on Earth. It is everywhere. Cups hold liquid. Stoves hold fire. Our bodies hold organs. Our homes hold families. Through the simple act of separation, the vessel protects what it contains. Nest protects the eggs. Savings accounts protect our earnings. Even the planets are contained within their circular orbit. When this card appears, it's time to assess what is being held together and how. Is the vessel too tight, too loose, broken, empty, full, or perhaps there is no vessel at all, and the contents spill in every direction? It is natural for structures to be formed and eventually fall apart. The vessel has a life cycle that must be honored. It is time for you to build, break, or repair. You must find out. So, again, oops, sorry, I'm trying to get a little nail here. So again, it's taking stock of yourself. Take stock of yourself. For real. I used to do this all the time with my sage. I'm going to do it again too to show you. Just to show you. If you don't care to see this, you can skip forward a little bit. I will finish out the reading. People want to see certain things, so I show them certain things. For the right price. That is a joke too, although I was watching The Price is Right the other day. Okay. So I do the cross with the sage. Yes, I do get sage somewhere all over me, but it doesn't even matter. Right? Because then it adds the extra holiness to it. The extra holiness to it. Yep, I don't care. It doesn't matter. Shit, I'm spiritually protected. Don't matter. My shirt got a little stuff on it, okay? There's more. The 50% off with the Cold Shadow shirt at checkout. Okay. Whew. Let's go with the empty room. The vortex, the abyss, the nothing. Come on, subscribe now. The empty room haunts us all. It is the universal and all too frequent feeling of lack. This is the lack mindset, yep. The room is empty. You don't have anything in there. You gotta wait. This is basically saying you gotta wait and understand that, you know, the room will get full of what you want it to be full of once you decide what you really want it to be full of, you know? If you want it to be full of love, or do you want it to be full of bull? Because if you want it to be full of bullshit, then you can sit there in an empty room and possibly attract bullshit if you want to. But you really have to, like, in your mind, sit down and truly craft it, what it is you think that you want to have. This for everybody out there. I'm telling you, you got these Scorpio placements. Sit down and craft what you want to have. Okay, we got mythic timing, synchronicity, divine timing. It all comes at the right time. It all comes at the right time. It all comes at the right time. Yes, it does. We all have the experience of timelessness, of life beyond the ticking of the clock. It may be felt as time standing still, slow motion, or losing track of time on a walk or in a lovely conversation. This is known as mythic time, and is the territory of Kairos. This card suggests that there is a secondary time continuum that goes beyond any earthly clocks and schedules. Within this nonlinear realm, we access divine timing. A single moment ripens with auspiciousness. Our actions change the trajectory of our whole life. Time becomes a living thing that watches over us and tells us precisely when to speak or act. When this card appears, it's all about patience and precision. No clock can guide you. Wait for the rush of inner knowing and not a moment longer. So again, this is, and it came in the row of the elephant, right? With this vessel. So which tells me that yet again, you're on this path, right? The elephant's paving this path for you. It may not look the way you want it to look, but it takes you where you want it to go. Even if you get on that detour, or even if you go as like a separate way, you're still seeing the things you're meant to be seeing, right? In divine timing, right? And allow yourself to be the vessel of that, so you embody that. Don't try to force things so much. Don't try and be in such control, because that would be the emperor energy, right? Don't try and be in such control that you don't get to the blessings that they're trying to teach you. Because there's such a thing that they'll be trying to teach you how to do certain things, or catch certain things, or show you certain things so you can embody certain things, and you may not catch it because you're so not seeing it the way you want it to be seen. But you gotta take every little thing as best as you possibly can. Every little thing. You gotta just believe. Go back here to the seed. The seed of sugar. No, it's not. The beginning, the origin, the pearl. Ooh. You love a pearl. Beginnings come in many forms. They are not always a beautiful seed placed intentionally in the nourishing soil. Origin stories, like any birth story, are complex. You know how, like, they have the comic book origin stories for everyone that they redo all the time, especially Batman's, which they redo every time they tell Batman. I don't even know why, because we all know that his parents didn't die, but apparently they got to retell a story every time they do anything Batman. They got to retell that whole story all the way from the beginning all the way to the end. This is the origin story. Multi-layered and usually reveal a central image or detail that represents the fully formed being. Simply stated, the end is present in the beginning, or the entire oak tree resides in the acorn, whether you follow this magical theory or not. Know that when this card appears, there is a potent, generative energy all around. It stirs your very insides and usually results in an antsy, impatient feeling. Pay particular attention to what aggravates you, as this is a sure sign of growth to come. You are bumping up against a growth edge. It is from the grit that the pearl eventually comes to be. So, it's like a diamond in the rough thing, right? So, it's that energy of, oh my God, I'm like, you going under a lot of pressure, because that's what happens to get a diamond in the rough, right? It's a lot of pressure, a lot of pressure, a lot of pressure, a lot of pressure, but then eventually you get to the crystal, right? The pretty crystal, after all the pressure. But you have to go through the pressure to get to the crystals. People want to get to the crystal without going through the pressure, and they end up getting themselves all messed up. That's how you get yourself messed up. Don't get yourself messed up out here now. For real. I'm going to pull one more. Yeah, from here. I just love this deck. and we'll be done. Our time together will be over for this reading. But if you want to continue, there'll be many, many more readings on the channel. There's so many already. You can check out, watch. We can talk, laugh, hang out, chill, smoke. Little bits of smoke in the corner. That's my sage stick, but you know, hang out. Just subscribe to the channel. We have fun over here. Aquarius energy, yeah. So this is also attachment energy, but this is also we're moving into the age of Aquarius, right? Aquarius people are very spiritual. They're very emotionally intelligent, but they're also emotionally detached, which gives them the ability to be emotionally intelligent because they look objectively at a situation. And they do understand and process emotions, but they do it very objectively. They don't, a lot of people don't understand, a lot of people don't get that either. But it's like you're being called to take like that type of step forward, in where you're not, because most people think about empathy, right? And we're talking about the sacral chakra, right? The root, like if we're talking about the sacral chakra and your intuition and your kundalini, right? The room is empty so that the seed can be planted. You have to empty the room to plant the seed. So don't be upset that the room is empty. Just know that the seed that you're really trying to plant is going to get planted, right? That's that faith. But with this Aquarius energy, it's that where some people will like, oh, in order for me to like really understand, I have to like feel it for myself, you know? So you don't have to feel it for yourself to understand that somebody's upset or somebody's hurt or somebody is happy or somebody is, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody's on the way up. You don't have to, you know, be like, you don't have to feel the energy to see that happen or to experience that happen. It doesn't have to be real to you for it to be real to somebody else. It's that type of thing, right? And it's seeing it like, okay, so like if you feel this way, then obviously you feel this way for a reason, right? You can't, it's that energy of you can't dictate how somebody else feels, which what you may be trying to do, or you may be trying to do that and you can't even dictate how you feel, in a sense, right? You don't even have the strength to really show up for yourself, but then you try to do other things. It's because I'm this King of Cups. I'm telling you something with this emotional control here. Something serious. Maybe I don't know. I don't want to say you're emotionally manipulative, but I mean that might be it. You better watch that, Scorpio. They don't do well out here when karma's at play. That don't do well. Oh, all right now. I hope you enjoyed, like the video if you like the video, and subscribe to the channel. Hit the little bell if you want to get notifications. I love doing these. I'm going to keep doing these, keep watching these videos. Backtrack, watch some old ones. If you don't know your Lilith placement, check the link in the description below for astrocharts.com. Find out what your Lilith placement is. Watch those videos. If you know someone who's a cuspy, if you have different placements, watch. I've been doing like series a month. I did ancestral lineage to find out your ancestral karma, generational curses. Okay, this month I'm doing expansion readings. We're expanding. January we had what's to come in 2021. There's star seed readings. There's a whole bunch of different things on here to find out more about yourself. So check them out. Know yourself inside and out so you can have no doubt. Okay, know yourself inside and out so you can have no doubt. Love you. Bye.